It's the Wilk Report. I'm Michael Wilk, coming to you from Cleveland, Ohio, following up on my previous video with regards to the death threats and false charges being lobbed against Anas Abdin because he won't drop the appeal against CBS and Alex Kurtzman for stealing his work. So as you know from my last video, Anas Abdin is an independent video game creator who developed a game in 2014 called Tardigrades, which featured a giant blue tardigrade that has been engineered to be able to transport people across space and time. And CBS and Alex Kurtzman apparently stole that game and incorporated it into STD. So he took them to court. Judge ruled against him. I don't know if she was bribed or just too bloody lazy to do her job. Probably a little bit of column A, column B. I don't know. But she ruled against him, so he filed an appeal. He received generous help from supporters in the form of a fundraiser set up by neurotic Gary Beekler, and is pressing forward with the appeal. And also, as I've reported, people have been harassing him, demanding that he drop the appeal, accusing him of being used by people who hate STD, and also now elevating to making death threats, which I showed you in my last video. And you can go watch that by following the link embedded here in the video, and I'll also include it in the description. So, yeah, needless to say, I went on a rather righteous tirade about that, because, you know, again, people are actually going so far as to make death threats. They tracked his address down through court records and apparently now his work address as well. So let's go ahead and unpack all of this, because now people are accusing him of fabricating the death threats. So this is user Ginger Got Gaff replying to Anas Abdin, November 7th, trying and failing to claim that Anas Abdin wrote the letter himself and claiming that the handwriting is identical. No, it's not, because first of all, the circled components actually are not actually all that similar. Handwriting is rather generic, so anybody could have written it. And of course, if you notice the part that is not circled, the letter T at the end of the picture on the right, there's a little tail at the end. And actually, I tend to add that myself on my lowercase t's. So if you take a look at the picture on the left, there is no such thing going on here. Also, on the right, on the letter P, the little tail that goes down, it's not even remotely close to being what's shown on the letter. So again, epic fail here by craven little liar Ginger Got Gaff. So anyway, replying on Twitter, because, oh yeah, let me go ahead and show you this. This was the comment section on my previous video. Marcus Blazingstoke saying Abdin faked the death threat. It's his own handwriting. And I asked for evidence. I've yet to receive any reply. And of course, Daddy James Films says that letter seems fishy. I mean, even haters call Discovery fans SJWs. It does make sense to me. Is this guy for real? Why would a Discovery fan send a letter calling someone a F-word, since Discovery has a gay couple on the show and it's all about diversity? Well, I kind of wonder if this idiot even went to school, because, yeah. But, you know, I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that this idiot, I mean, Okay, so he says Orville looks way more like Star Trek than what this game does. I don't think the guy has a leg to stand on. He stole other YouTuber music. Well, no, he didn't. Illegally made a CBS Extra game. No, he didn't. Plagiarized Dune. No, he didn't. So, yeah, there's a whole bunch of nonsense going on here. So, yeah, so the game may have some vague similarities. But here's the thing. The game actually came before the TV show. So, right off the bat, this idiot doesn't even know what he's talking about because he's making claims that go against the established facts. Because the game actually came out or was showcased before STD came out. So anyway, people are accusing him of having faked the death threats. So, here's the thing though. He has actually filed a police report. This is in response to a user named Solid Shatner, Carl Magnanman, on November 6th, saying, "Please tell me you filed this incident with the police. We're all rooting for you, so cover your behind." His response was, "I did file it to the police the same day, along with some of the emails. I was directed to Cybercrime Department, and they took the evidence for investigation and gave me a report. I translated part of it. So let me go ahead and blow this up for you. Okay, we would like to notify you that on Wednesday, the 6th of November, 2019, Mr. Anas Osama Ibrahim Abdin, Egyptian citizenship and civil ID number, redacted because, you don't want someone getting that, has filed a complaint about a mail letter containing verbal abuse that he received from blank citizenship unknown from the United States of America. We have received an envelope and its contents with several emails attached containing threats and verbal abuses upon request from the complainant for investigation and taking necessary actions." And then, of course, following up from this, on November 10th, "I filed it because I had to protect myself in case of future letters. The address they sent to was the university where I worked. Some contents could lead to getting me deported, and my mom as well, since I'm her sponsor." So, this is why this is so outrageous, because not only are you harassing this man and threatening his life over a damn TV show, and a badly written one at that, but you're engaging in harassment and death threats that could actually lead to him losing his job and getting him and his mother deported from Egypt, which could send them to a place where they could be put in jeopardy of their lives. You're actually trying, whether you realize it or not, whether you care or not, you're actually trying to get this man deported or even killed over a TV show. You're lying about him, trying to discredit him in his attempt to fight for his rights. And you're engaging in activities that could very well bring him to physical harm, along with his mother, who is in ill health, suffering from dementia. I mean, the man has already lost his father, and you want to put him through this over a damn TV show. I said this in my last video. I'm going to say it now again. Grow up. Get your heads out of your asses and grow up. STD is a TV show, and a badly written one at that. One that is plagiarized from someone else's work. Which, if you've watched previous videos on this subject, it's not the first time Alex Kurtzman has been linked to accusations of theft of someone else's property. If you go back to Cowboys and Aliens, that was sued by the person who apparently originally came up with the comic strip. Alex Kurtzman and Roberto Orci co-wrote that abomination of a movie that actually didn't do too well for Universal. There's been accusations that The Island, a forgettable action piece by Michael Bay, another hack director, that too was stolen, based on stolen material. And as we've heard from Robert Meyer Burnett on, I think it's either his Observations channel or Midnight's Edge, one of the two. Memory's a little sketchy. But he's intimated that the concept for Season 3 of STD was lifted from an idea he had about what the future might be like 1,000 years or whatever, or however long after the Federation is gone, and what would the galaxy be like then. But it would take place within the Star Trek universe. So, then there's the charge that Alex Kurtzman and the new Picard show is based off of a concept that Brian Fuller, the original showrunner for STD, before he was ousted by the network, had come up with, based on the countdown to whatever, where it shows like the events that led up to the supernova that destroyed Romulus, and how resurrected Data, who woke up in B4's body after transferring his memories there in Star Trek Nemesis, he becomes captain of the Enterprise, leads in a mission to help try and save as many Romulans as possible, but he uses questionable methods to get it done. And so you're talking about a serial thief who is profiting off of other people's work, stealing their ideas, getting away with it, but you want to go ahead and threaten someone who's actually trying to fight back and defend himself and his work from being stolen? Because this is part of his livelihood, people. His ability to make money off of this game now is compromised, perhaps fatally so, because he can't get out of the notoriety of being someone who sued CBS, and STD fans want to go ahead and gang up on him and accuse him of theft, when in fact he's the victim of theft. And this is what you want to do to him? This guy and his mother get deported, it'll probably result in both of them being killed. That's what you want? Seriously? It's a TV show. Badly written. At that. But you want to threaten the man's life over a TV show? Unbelievable. Anyway, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear from you. If you like what you've heard and you want to hear more, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to receive notifications whenever we upload new content. If you want to help support the channel, share this video, hit the like button, head over to our Patreon or Subscribestar page. We can't do this without you. I'm also doing a GoFundMe tech drive. If you want to contribute to that, links below. Till next time, this is Michael Wilk for the Wilk Report saying take care, good night, I'm out.